Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to many of us. Welcome to CEO Talk, a series conducted by CXO TV, where a CEO will narrate a story and share their learning and their success of building a great brand. So far, we have completed more than 200 episodes, and each episode we dive into the minds of CEOs and top executives to uncover the strategy, innovation, and insight that drive their success. So today we have with us Sriram Kanuri, CEO of Arteria Technologies. Welcome, Sriram. How are you doing today?
Pretty good, Anuj. Thank you so much. Very good afternoon to you and the audience, or good morning, good evening, wherever they are. And thanks for having me on the show.
This is all us, Sriram. And so, Sriram, I just want to kick off with uh, uh, to know a little bit about your journey, the inspiration. So, can you just share the story behind your journey of of becoming the CEO of Arteria, and what inspired you to venture into the IT solution space, and how it all originated? You know, how the idea, in terms of how it hatched to your mind, and when you started this. Over to you.
Right. Yeah. So it's a long story, Anuj. Hope you have a little more time for that. But you even when I was studying in school, I had this thought that one day I need to have a company of my own. But how, what, when is something that doesn't come. So that seed was already there in my head. So and with that, the journey started when I was young. There was a seed of entrepreneur. I always wanted to build something, but we didn't have the means and wherewithal to do it when I was so young. And I started working after my education in Pilani and all, working in SAP. Spent a lot of years in Europe, and we've learned the art of building products there, software products with SAP in Germany. And back in Bangalore, while we were having a chat with our friends on a Friday evening, we realized that there's one of the customers who's come down and is outsourced a project which it delivered because it involved a lot of product development skills. I got him to call this customer and say that, why don't you try a new company? And that's how the idea of Arteria started. We went ahead, met with the customer, and we convinced them to give us a project. And we got the project. We delivered it after 8 months. But that was how Arteria started as an organization, uh, with lot less seed money, or the journey started from there. That's what I can say.
Hey, a great opening response, Shriram. I can see the passion and the innovation what you have and your ability, to evolve the company's vision over these years really stand out. So, this definitely set a stage, a beautiful stage. In fact, I would say, for the rest of the interview. So let me quickly jump into the next question, which is all about, uh, you know, as businesses pivot to as the business pivot to cloud and hybrid environment, how do you envision the evolution?
Okay. So over the years, ERP systems also have evolved. If you see, there used to be one large ERP with every single module, but pieces of it have already gone outside. Like a HR is something which is outside. The core of it that has remained. Sales, extended sales is something which is being outside now. Extended procurement is outside. The core of it that has remained in ERP is purely finance and production and materials. As AI or as tools evolve, two things are going to happen. The data entry pieces will reduce drastically, which would be automated or bot based, because that AI is what is going to do the job. Things will become more predictive in nature to say, what, the way the production planning is going, this could be the trouble that you will have, or some financial entries are not being posted correctly. Do you want us to auto correct it? That is the direction in which it is going. So you'll get more productivity, less operational issues, and most importantly, innovation that could help adapt to your ever changing business also would come to ERP, while it would still be the foundation of the organizations. That's the way I see it evolve. You're on mute, Anuj.
Okay, thanks, Sriram, for your vision around the ERP solutions. And so, we can see that the AI is, increasingly becoming a part of the ERP solution. How does Arteria integrate AI capabilities into its offerings to enhance the business processes and decision?
Sure. So at Arteria, as you know, we have used the platform of SAP or SAP's technology platform as our base. However, we have integrations across to a Google Cloud or a Amazon, AWS, etc. for bespoke models where there are better capabilities. So the pieces that we are doing right now is we are bringing AI to. We work on two sides of the supply chain, both upstream as well as downstream. So if I take an example of a downstream, today we are optimizing the route of the salespeople on the fly using AI. We are optimizing the schemes. There is a scheme that is given to the retailer to sell a particular product, and it is assuming that certain benefits will come to the organization. It will help sell certain things more. If it is not happening, there are real time adjustments that are being made using AI. So these are very practical examples which are giving benefits to the customers and benefits to us as an organization. And at the same time, you are also able to serve the end consumer with the right goods that he requires at the right time.
Okay. So it's all about, the real time insights what you are providing down.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Or real time course corrections may be the right word. You're not looking back and saying, you know what, I can do it better, but I know I have to do it better now so that the end of the day I'm happy.
So that definitely going to make an impact on the results as well, because I think the outcomes would be much positive
Right.
and it will going to be more result oriented. So thank you so very much for that. How do you ensure that Arteria remains the customer focus in this competitive world? And what are the steps you have been taking? Like now we are just entering into 2025. So, we know IT landscape is rapidly evolving. So what do you do now? I mean, especially from a customer focus
Standpoint.
approach.
Okay. So we have this customer councils where customers who are willing to spend some time, understand what is our roadmaps, guide us on the roadmaps about the thoughts about the industry trends. So we have this quarterly meet with the customer councils to ensure that we are aligned with their strategies, at least broadly, because these happen to be the industry leaders who think, who know how the industry is going. That is one thing that we do continuously. And apart from these customer councils, we also take any feedback that we get from customers very positively and ensure that a lot of these are brought back into our products. That helps us continuously upgrade our products, stay relevant. Apart from ensuring that customer satisfaction is high.
So thank you. I think rightly pointed out, Shriram, because I mean, focus on customer counsel and feedback is definitely something which is uh, commendable, and I really appreciate for that. That could you also share an instance of a major challenges Arteria face, and how would you lead the team to overcome
Right. So if you look at challenges now, every project will have some issue or the other. That is something which need not be discussed at all. A major challenge that we had was, during COVID, where we had a lot of people wanting to digitize, and you just suddenly can't replicate the people, you just can't replicate the things. So we have, the team itself has come up with an approach where they said, we will call it as a playpen, or what you see is what you get. So customers want something digitized immediately, and then changes, enhancements can happen later. So our team has come up with this approach, and they said, we roll out what you see is what you get, which happens in 2 weeks, right? And for the team to make it happen in 2 weeks, they had to put day and night for the next 2 months to ensure that a system is ready in 2 weeks, and everywhere we go to any customer, we replicate it today. And that's been a huge success because somebody who wants the bare basics is up and running in 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay, pandemic, I know has done a lot of changes, and that's something which is I'm sure, under your leadership, the kind of use case, what you said is very inspiring. Um, I'm sure, you have been navigating these complex challenges very effectively through your team. So now I'll just going to be getting into a little bit on the SME part of it. The SMEs are basically a part of economy. How does Arteria tailor its solution to cater to this dynamic and fast-growing segment?
Okay. So SMEs are the ones who are the backbone of our economy, which we know, of course, a lot of large corporates. But what we do and what we have done, which has helped the society as well, or the SMEs at large, is we have pioneered what we call as flow-based lending. There were always the word called flow-based lending, but if I go to a particular small shop or a distributor, he may not have financials or wherewithals, and all these businesses were called non-bankable businesses because no financial history attached to it. So we have taken our corporate strength, and because we have a backing of a large bank like ICICI, who's one of our investors, we said, why don't you just lend for a relationship? If a distributor or a small supplier wants to supply to a large corporate and the relationship is 3 months old, you just lend for that relationship, for the transaction, where as a bank, your risk is also curtailed down. And this model has taken off well, and it has helped, close to around today, there are about 30,000 SMEs who are getting benefit out of this. And we see this number multiplying every single day just because of the way of financing model was changed. And, the way the lending has been done earlier versus lending has been done with this kind of modeling. That is a big thing. And we feel very proud of it that we've been able to do it.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I think, this remind me of an approach of a VAD, which is more like a credit-based approach, and I really appreciate that. But I think, if we typically look at the SMEs, apart from the credit, challenges what these guys have, I think the major problem is also that they don't have a dedicated IT team. So how you have been addressing that, because when you work with the enterprise, they have a dedicated, not only CIO, but the complete team. Yeah.
Right. So, if you remember a while back, I told you we were talking about a playpen or a what you see is what you can't get kind of approach. With SMEs, this helped us to do two things. They don't need so many complexities in any IT systems. So 80% of their work can be done easily with a standard one, and they don't need 100 customization. So we use that approach, we go deploy it there, and we say, you know what, this is a quick one, cost effective, less maintenance, and you can go frugal on this. You would still be able to run your business better. So we've used the same playpen / what you see is what you get approach, deploy it faster, and ensure that, they are up and running with the systems without a need of a elaborate IT team.
So I'll touch upon the cost as well, because I think this market is very sensitive, and you can see, cost is something which play a very critical role, while pitching them across. So how you've been managing that? SAP is traditionally being, known as a bit expensive, more of the enterprise brand rather than being a SME. So what's your take, and what kind of a customization you have been doing, especially on the cost optimization?
Right. So the way we could overcome the cost is that we have taken because it's a hosted solution, and they don't need dedicated machines of their own for the kind of load that they have. So that is where we could actually augment a large machine that we can take, or a large infrastructure, augment into smaller parts and hand it over to these SMEs. That way, a cost of owning a complete infrastructure, which is probably contributing to a big part of the cost, has come down drastically for us. Thereby, we could pass on the benefit as well to them.
So now we're just stepping into 2025. What is next for Arteria? Can you just share some exciting, upcoming projects or whatever initiatives you are coming up with?
So
Let the audience know. Yeah.
So the next 18 months is all AI for sure. If I say anything else, Anuj, so we are every business function that we have in our product is now being given a touch of AI, enhanced with the AI capabilities. That's what is in store for the next 18 months. At least we follow 18-month rolling roadmap, and that's what we are
Okay.
planning to do. The other big thing that we're doing is that collaborating with one is geography expansion by collaboration with partners, and even locally we are collaborating with a lot of the large big four, big five consultancies to ensure that they can take these solutions, which because everybody is just talking about AI, but we are saying here is a business solution which also has AI built into it. So as a consultant, when you go, you also want to show some benefits. Rather than saying AI can do this, we can say AI has done this. Take it, go to your customers. We can work together to ensure that our final customers get benefit out of it. That's where we look forward to
Okay. So,
geography expansion and these
okay.
relations.
So I'll touch upon since I mean you guys are being known for ERPs. So can you just let me know, like, when it comes to the AI use case around the ERP, I mean, can you define how AI can really make a difference? Because what I feel is CRM or ERPs have largely to do with the database, and that's something which you guys have already been working around. So what difference it can add, once you implement AI?
Okay, so the basic difference that it can add to any ERP or CRM is that uh, it it can guide you through a journey. It can say, do this, do this, do this. It will get you better results with a data backing and with an logic or an algorithm backing.
Okay.
And it can also guide you to say, maybe you're going wrong here, do it this way, or let me do it for you. So it can get us there.
So you have an internal mentor, who can really guide you. That's a So what advice, Esaki, you want to give it across to the budding entrepreneurs and the professional, aspiring to be the next Sriram, to mark in the IT and technology industry?
I think the next generation of entrepreneurs, as I can see it, Anuj, you'll have $1 billion companies created out of 5, 10, 15 people or 50 people, or at
Okay.
best. These would not be so many people for sure. So, three things. I think persistence after you have your basic product idea and your minimal MVP is, I think this is what it is, can get you across. Because I see that, the younger generation is slightly less tolerant, about impatient for things. So that's the only advice that I can give. Things will happen if you're in the right path.
Okay, rightly put, Shriram. So thanks, for the advice, and your advice is both practical and inspirational. And definitely it reflects, your experience, and, it offers definitely a valuable takeaway for our inspiring professionals and entrepreneurs. So with this, we come to the end of this session. Thank you so very much, SRK, for your time and for your valuable insight for all our audience. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Anuj, and have a wonderful evening, day, whatever is left out of it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.